Welcome to a series of videos that celebrate Pride Month through the lens of emotional intelligence. My name is B. I'm the owner of Mama Bear Coaching, where I serve as a coach, consultant, and a facilitator of workshops that are focused on EQ and positive psychology within the quilt bag community. I'm also super close to finishing my doctorate in organizational leadership, and I am a senior consultant with 6 Seconds, which is a global emotional intelligence organization. I'm going to be your guide through this little series of videos on our EQ journey. I'm an out and proud queer and gender expansive individual. My journey of discovery and exploration of my identity as a queer person has really led to a focus on fostering well-being both for myself and for the community, within my personal relationships and my network, to help all of us to not just survive, but to thrive using our emotional intelligence. Just in case quilt bag, which I've said before now, is new to you as an acronym, it stands for queer or questioning, undecided, intersex, lesbian, trans, bisexual, asexual or agender, and gay or gender expansive or gender queer. So speaking of which, you may be asking yourself, am I in the right place? and I want to give a shout out to Stephanie Chen on Instagram at Stephanie Chen Art for creating this visual that she shared with us, because I want to use it to celebrate and honor you and where you are on your journey. You are seen, you are valued, and you are needed in this community. If you need to connect and build family and community, or if celebrating where you live is dangerous, if you're exploring what your place might be within this community, if you're about to march and celebrate for your first time in Pride parades, nice. If it's your 16th time, amazing, let's celebrate. If you're out there creating safe spaces for members of this community, and to all that celebrate the beauty and diversity of the quilt bag community, you are welcome here. I hope that helps you to answer the question if you're in the right place. In my practice, I use the EQ model that was developed by 6 Seconds, which, as I mentioned earlier, is a global EQ organization with the vision of helping 1 billion people practice emotional intelligence by 2030. The model is simple without being simplistic. It has 3 pursuits: know yourself, which is all about self-awareness; choose yourself, which is all about self-management; and give yourself, which is all about self-direction. Today, we're going to focus in Know Yourself, and more specifically on enhancing emotional literacy, which happens to be one of the 8 competencies that support our practice of EQ. Now, our future videos in the series for this month will focus on the other competencies and the intersection with the quilt bag community. So please tune in for future installments. Enhancing emotional literacy means accurately identifying and understanding our feelings. It's being able to name what we're feeling. You've probably heard the saying, name it to tame it, right? It's all about having the self-awareness to say, I'm feeling something and it's telling me something. Emotions are data, right? They give us the ability to understand the world around us. And within the quilt bag community, this helps us to navigate a lot of the really complex emotional states that we sit in. the space where we're proud and excited to be who we are, and we're scared of what's going on around us, where we love and are loved, but also have to navigate this weird, unwarranted hate in so many spaces. Being able to name and understand these emotions improves our well-being and helps us to communicate, not just within ourselves, but outwardly in understanding others as well. As I mentioned earlier, I'm queer and gender expansive, but more importantly, something that's about to become a big part of my identity is that I'm going to be a parent, y'all. My husband, who is trans masculine, is actually carrying our child right now, and we are so elated. In August, we're going to go from being a family of 2 humans and 2 cats to a trio of humans with 2 cats that are navigating what it means to be a queer family. Not too long ago, we had moved to the state of Georgia to live closer to my family. And once we got there, we realized that we wanted to expand our family to include children. We were really excited to come to this realization until the reality of trying to have a queer family in the southeastern United States came crashing in on us like a pile of bricks. The complexity of what we were feeling in that moment led us to make the decision that we needed to move from Georgia to Washington. And this return to Washington came with a lot of feelings. It came with a really difficult journey. My husband and I loaded our 2 cats into the car. Keep in mind, my husband is pregnant, okay? We're at 29 weeks right now. We drove across the country with the cats and a trailer. And that whole time we had such a complex set of feelings to deal with. The grief that we felt at having to leave our community in Georgia behind. The fear of driving through states where trans people like my husband and families like ours are not protected and are not wanted. But also the excitement and the hope of what our new home in Washington would bring for us. Being able to name and connect the dots with all of these feelings has been such an important part of our ability to flourish together, of our relationship being stronger and us being able to support each other through these difficult, complex times. These are huge changes in our lives. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by this whirlwind of emotions that you're feeling during a significant event in your life? I'm guessing your answer is probably yes, right? Maybe it was when you came out. Maybe it was how awesome it felt the first time you went to Pride, or your first kiss with your new partner, or exploring literature on queer identities, or maybe it was even something less wonderful, like facing discrimination or the fear of hatred. Being able to identify and articulate these emotions that accompany these events in our lives can really transform our experiences. And they help us to navigate these complexities, these moments that we encounter with greater ease and with a greater sense of self and authenticity. Having emotional literacy can change how we connect within ourselves and within our relationships. So let's explore how we can increase our emotional literacy and practice. We're going to use a really practical tool, Plutchik's Wheel of Emotions, to build our emotional literacy. This helps us to recognize and label our emotions, and it gives us a really great visual tool for trying to interpret what we're feeling throughout the day. It's simple and yet powerful in the way in which we can connect to our emotions. You can explore an interactive version of this wheel at the link shown on the screen, or you can sign up at the end to receive the worksheet that accompanies this lesson. As our community commemorates Pride this month, let's commit to regularly checking in on our emotions. This tool was designed with our emotional well-being in mind, and with it we can explore and expand the emotions that we feel and our understanding of the messages that they're sharing with us about what we're experiencing in the world. To sign up for this worksheet or to contact me about any of the services that I offer, please email me at b@mamabear.gay or check out my website at www.mamabear.gay. Happy Pride! And if you haven't heard this yet today, you're about to hear it. I love you.